it going? Welcome back out. It's been a little bit. I've now had this for about 3 months now. This is the IWI Tavor X95. Just about done doing testing with it. I'm gonna do a couple more drills with it today, and that'll put us right at about 2,000 rounds through this thing. So we've done lots of shooting with this. It took a while to get used to this platform, the bullpup style compared to the typical AR. But we've done everything from, the reloads to moving and shooting, taking it out to 200, 300 yards. I've had great success with that. So I'm going to be finishing up the review today. I've got one new drill that I'd like to run through it, and then they're going to practice some basically just reload, some of the skills that you kind of have to adjust with running a bullpup style weapon instead of a typical AR-15. So we're going to run through that today. But first, let's take a look at some of the stuff we've done so far, and then we'll get back. So as you can see, we've taken out to 200 yards, 300 yards. We've done the T-Rex arms 50 round drill, which is pretty much a good baseline for any weapon that you would like to train with. Get you a little bit of everything, reload, shooting on the move, all that good stuff. We've done lots of good stuff with it. Haven't had any issues with. The only issue that I've ran into a couple times is with Lancer mags. 30 rounds does not want to seat in there nice, so I load those to 29. Magpul mags run just fine with 30. As far as the gun cycling, other than maybe within the first 100 rounds, we had a couple failures. It would kick a round out, wouldn't quite kick one back in. We since have disassembled the whole gun, clean, lubricated, all that stuff, and have had zero issues since. This has been a blast to shoot. Also added this is a muzzle brake flash hider combo that we threw on there. Have a in-force light as well, and then we're running the EOTech EXPS with a 5x magnifier. So we're gonna run it through one more drill today. This is one I kind of just wrote up a couple weeks ago. We're gonna be shooting anywhere from, I believe, 25 yards all the way out to 100. So we're gonna do that with this today. I've got 5 targets set up. Each one's about 5 yards apart. And then we'll start back at 100 yards, and we'll get this review done. All right, so this course of fire is going to be a total of 50 rounds. The first two runs, we're going to be back here at 100 yards. We've got all 5 targets stapled up down there. The first one on the timer is going to be 1 round to each target. This is your standard IDPA size target. So round 1 on the timer, standing or kneeling, 1 shot to each target. 681. All right, next up we're going to be from the prone position. We're down here at the target. As you can see on the second round, on my last shot, I kind of got sweat in my glasses and lost my reticle a little bit, but we did get all of our hits. So here's our far right. We've got 2 alphas on that one. Second from the right, we've got a Charlie and a Charlie right at the neckline there. Third up, we've got an alpha and a Charlie. We've got 2 Charlies right there. And then we've got 2 hits right there, alpha and a Charlie. All right, rounds 1 and 2 complete. This next round I will be starting at 75 yards. On the timer, I'm gonna run up to the 50-yard mark, which is gonna be right here. And then I'm gonna fire 2 shots on each target. Head box, torso, whichever, just get on paper, going for A zone. So run up to 50 yards, 2 shots on each target. That was a 1371. All right. So now we're starting from left to right. We've got our 2 hits there, 2 deltas. Try to bring those in a little bit. Over here, we've got, I forgot to mark the first round. I'm going to mark all these after this one, but we've got our 4 hits right there, all inside the C or A. We've got our 4 hits on this target. We've got our 1 up there and our 3 down here. And this one so far, we've got 4 alphas. All right, so this next round is where it starts to get a little bit tricky. This is gonna be 5 shots, all head shots. Now the way that you're going to shoot this is gonna be the far left target, then all the way over to the far right, then left of center, right of center, and center. So back and forth, all 5 targets working their way to the center. These ones, you're aiming for the head box. So this is where you gotta kind of take your time a little bit and make sure you're getting a good trigger pull and really focusing on the reticle. So we'll give this one a go and see how it goes. That was 950. All right, so it's marked those hits. And if you see the target again, any headshots for this round that hit in the actual body, I mark those with HS for headshot. The reason I do that is I score them a little differently. For this round, if you get in the box, within the head box, I consider that 7 points for this. And then anything in the actual head was 5. Anything on the body is gonna be 1. It's technically a miss off of where you're shooting, but if you miss low, you still have an impact. If you miss high or left and right, then you're just sailing that round, and then who knows what can happen. So I believe I had 2 sevens, 2 misses in the body, and then 1 miss to the right on that one. That was a 950. So the next round is going to be, this will be at 30 yards, and this will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drill. And this, you're working the basically the opposite of what we just did, working out to in. 1 shot on center, 2 on left, 3 on right, 4 on far left, 5 on far right. And this will be from 30 yards. Not that it's super important, but if you do care, I am using a combination of Magpul mags, Lancer mags, and Pro mags today. Pro mags typically suck. I've actually had decent success with them so far. That's what I used on the first one today. Or I'm sorry, actually the first ones I used today were Lancer, using Magpul now, and then for the final 10 shots of the day will be with the Pro mags. All right. That was a 775. All right, so here we are. This is our center target. We've got our 1 right there, and then to the left we should have 2 here. And both of these are going to be right there. And then to the far left, we should have 4. And it looks like we've got 1 here, 1 there. These are very close right there. And then 1 right there. All right, moving over to this one, we should have 3. This one actually had good 2 alphas there, and then we actually threw 1 left, so we do have a miss there. And then we should have 5 over here, so we've got 1 up there, 2, 3, and then we've got 2 together right there. All right, so other than our miss, I'll take that. All right, this is going to be the final 10 rounds of the day. This final one, I will be starting at 30 yards. Upon the timer, I will run into 20 yards, which is going to be just behind me. And then I'll fire 2 shots on each target, any order you want, anywhere you want. Going for the torso A box, 2 rounds on each. Alright, that was a 849. Alright, so starting on the first target here, we've got a alpha right there, and we've got a delta on the line right there. So definitely want to try to bring those in. Next up, we've got 2 alphas right here. That's what we're wanting. Coming down, looks like we've got a delta down here, and then a Charlie. All right, moving over, we've got a Charlie and a Delta. And then next we've got a, let's see, we've got a Charlie right there, and then we've got a Delta right there. We've got a couple more rounds for the day, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice some just reloads. This is just one of the big differences that you're gonna get when you have a bullpup style rifle. This one in particular, your mag release is still up here where it would be on an AR. The difference is going to be your charging handle is up here for if you don't have one in the chamber or your bolt is not locked back. If it is locked back, you put the mag in and there's a button right here. So as you go up, it'll be sticking out and you can hit that with your thumb and that sends your bolt home. So if you can get that movement down, you can actually get really fast. Something I'm still working on with this platform. Even with almost 2,000 rounds through this, I still shoot my other ARs, and I'm just so used to that movement. It's just something to work through if you do decide to go this route. Just make sure you train with it, make sure you can use that weapon, can work through malfunctions, all sorts of stuff like that. So a couple more rounds for the day, and that's what we're going to practice. But just to show, I've got the slide lock back, we've got our 1 round in here, so whenever you do reload, you can go up like that. Try to get my arm out of the way. Your mag or your bolt release is right there where your thumb is. So hit that, and then you send it forward. All right, so that's just a little example of how I've been training with the reloads. Once you get it down a little bit, it's really not too bad. For the most part, we had some good hits. Let's see, I marked a miss over there at first, so we ended up getting 2 more up here. The rest are all around here. So for 25 yards, for trying to make it quick, 1 reload, 1, basically focusing more on mechanics. I'll take those. Alrighty, the IWI Tavor X95. As I said, probably about 2,000 rounds in. I'm pretty comfortable with it. Always could be better. Still working on reload, still working on just the overall difference between this and your AR platform, because there are definitely some big differences. The weight balance is different. This is probably the shortest weapon I own, and it is a full-length barrel. It's designed differently. Would this be the only rifle I had if I could only have one? No. Is it a absolutely fantastic rifle? Yes. I still would recommend it if you're looking to go the bullpup route. If you just want something different, that you want to step out of your comfort zone, I mean, it definitely has great benefits. Like I said, it's a full-length gun in a very, very compact package. I think it comes in at like 26¼ inches long, or something like that. Now this flash hider muzzle brake is going to add just a touch, but overall just fantastic. The built-in rails on both sides, as you can see, we've got a light on one side there. There's several QD points for slings. It's just been great. It does cycle slower than my ARs. I have put the Geisley trigger in for these, and it is better. It is noticeable. I didn't do the full kit. I just did the trigger shoe, but just the reset, the trigger pull, it is much nicer. Now it was the stock one was not as bad as what I had read. After the first, I didn't want to swap it out initially because I wanted to see how it was. It's really not that bad. I definitely could have lived without the trigger upgrade. It feels better, but it's not something that you have to do. Out of the box, this thing is ready to go, as it should be, because it is a much higher price point than just buying a AR off Palmetto or something like that. I've had the EOTech on the entire time I've shot it. I only use the magnifier basically if I'm at 100 yards or more. So everything today, 50 yards and in. Use the just the red dot. I believe on the headshots, I believe I put it back on for those 50-yard headshots. But typically 50 yards and in, red dot only is going to be just great. This has the 4-dot reticle, so you're going to have a circle and then 4 dots, vertical dots. Your first one's going to be basically your 50 and 200 line. Your second dot is going to be 400, the third dot is 500, and the fourth dot is 600, and that's yards. And I believe it is designed for a 62 grain projectile. Next up, I have shot everything from 55 grain FMJ to 62 grain, 77 grain, 75. I pretty much shot everything through here. Did not shoot any steel through it because I just don't roll like that. Everything has been brass, but it has cycled everything just fine. I absolutely love this gun. I'm going to keep training with this. I hope that you guys give it a try. If you're looking to go the bullpup route, this is a fabulous option. Looks great too in the OD green. Now moving on to another part, I probably will not do a video on this because I get extremely frustrated. Disassembly and cleaning is a pain. It is very difficult. There is some tools that will make it easier. Out of the box, mine came with a tool. Basically, you have to unlock the barrel. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I cleaned it at about 500 rounds and have not cleaned it since. So I will be looking into that again. But it's a process taking this apart. There are very specific steps that you need to follow. This one is a little bit different than some of the older versions. When I was going through it, I believe there's some parts where if you just find a random YouTube video and you follow it, you could end up basically crushing your gas tube. So if you do have a Tavor X95, make sure that you read your manual, because that will give you the specific instructions for how to do it. So that is very important. If you do get these and you do take one down, that is important. Now, maybe down the road, once I get a little faster at taking this apart, maybe I will make a video doing that. But for the time being, I don't like it. There's a couple other different weapons that I'd like to maybe acquire and do some reviews on. If you guys have anything, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely look into it. Alright, well that completes the review of the Tavor X95. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed making it. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. Let me know if you guys want to see more gun reviews. Let me know if you want to see gel blocks, training drills that we can try out. I've been working on coming up with more. I just get kind of bored of running the same ones over and over and over. So you guys just let me know in the comments what you would like to see, and I will try to bring that to you. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.